Hey guys, what's going on? Will here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys an explanation of how Leftshooters work. Pretty much just going to be walking you guys through how to make one, or how it works. I mean, it's not really like a tutorial, but it does pretty much just sum up how Leftshooters work and why they work. So, I already know there's a lot of tutorials out here, but I decided to make my own because possibly my way of describing it helps other people, while other people's might not. So, I don't know. Hopefully this is useful to you guys. If not, I'm sorry. I might not be the best at explaining things, but I'll try my best. So pretty much in this tutorial we're gonna go over three things. We're gonna go over realigners, we're gonna go over guider, and we're gonna go over pretty much delays in general for a Leftsshooter. And yeah, just to start it off, I'm gonna show you guys that it does work. This is just a standard 20 stacker Leftsshooter. It doesn't one shot or anything like that, but you'll see that it does stack. So, and you'll see right now it's gonna be a little bit of a visual glitch. It's gonna look like sand is lost, but it's not. So you see it did stack, and that's about 15, 16 sand there. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. These are very useful for raids, and I'll show you guys how at the end of the video. But yeah. So let's just do a few more shots, hybrid, and show you that we can stack on the other wall after this is done. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so pretty much in this video, I'm gonna try my best to make a thorough explanation. I know a lot of they assume you know what you're talking about, but I'm gonna kind of assume that you guys don't know, even though most of you guys probably do know. I'm gonna assume that you are completely new to canoning. So that you can pretty much understand this. So, looks like we have to stack one more sand, and or it'll hybrid. It should work either way, but it depends. Let's see. Okay, we're stacking one more, and this should hybrid. So, pretty much here you'll see that it'll break through this wall, and after we break through it, it's going to be able to stack on the next one. So, there we go. Gone. And now to prove that it will stack on the next wall, because I know, if the Leftsshooter only works on one wall, it's not that good. So you gotta see that it does stack on the wall after this. Sorry, I'm repeating myself a whole bunch. I'm gonna try and stop that. So here we go. And boom, stacked. So yep, that's pretty much the Leftsshooter. And yeah, let's get right into realignments. Alright guys, so now I'm going to be showing you pretty much how realigners work and what are they. So what realigners are is, it's a method of pretty much, okay, so TNT as an entity is actually small. I'm not going to light it up to blow it up, but it's actually, when it activates and primes, it's actually a little bit smaller than a full block. So what happens is it has a little bit of room like here. Like, I'm actually a block, across, but I have a little bit of room to work here. Same with TNT. So TNT spawns here, and pretty much what happens is you can either with pistons or TNT, and those are the two types of alignment, TNT alignment and piston realignment. Pretty much what it can do is it can push it to one side or the other, and what that will do is it'll make it so it's slightly off with the other one. So if this one's aligned to this side and this one's aligned to this side, pretty much you're able to shoot them sideways with a one wide barrel. So I'm going to show you the two different types of alignments. Here is the quick pulse piston realignment. I don't know if you guys saw it there. Let's do it again. So as you see, we're just running through a one-tick pulsar into a piston, and that'll, let's say we go here, it'll push me from here, so I'm right against this wall. Now dispenser realignment. Now, while this may seem a little bit more dangerous because it's using TNT, it's actually better than piston realignment, and the reason for that is because when it actually, if the server's lagging and the piston realignment goes off, right, so when it's actually extended, the piston, let me show you, there you go. When this is like this, there's no water here. So if the scatter accidentally blows up inside of the barrel while it's getting realigned, then what's going to happen is that it's actually going to negate all the water around it, and it's just going to hybrid inside of your barrel. So that's why it's a lot more dangerous. So I definitely recommend pretty much just using TNT alignment if you can. But yeah, so here's kind of what it is. Just two TNT going off with a ladder. And just kind of to show you, if I'm the piece of TNT, here's what's going to happen. Get shot to the side. and then yeah, I'm aligned there. And yeah, so I'm now gonna pretty much show you guys how this works in the left shooter. See you there. Alrighty guys, so we're here now, and I'm gonna be showing you guys pretty much how realignment plays out in the left shooter. So in a left shooter, what kind of happens here is that this hammer, which is actually the left shooter part, it activates and it falls down here. Then, when this piston is activated and pushes it into the barrel, it pushes it so it's nudged out against the right wall. Sorry about that. So, when that's happening, at the same time, the hammer is pushed out and pretty much is now aligned to the left wall. So is the sand. So is the scatter. Scatter is actually put in the center. So when this shoots out, the left shooter, which is now on the right side, like right here, it's going to shoot all the, like this hammer, the sand, the scatter, everything to the left. And that's pretty much how the left shooting part works. So yeah, that's pretty much how it works in a left shooter. There's obviously more to it, so I'm going to show you guys in the next part, which is the guider. So see you guys there. Alright guys, so now we're here at the guider, and let me kind of explain how this works. This is the guider. Obviously in a normal lane it'll look like this, and that is because you want the hammer, you want the scatter and the sand to be one block lower than the hammer to stack. However, for a left shooter, you want pretty much you just want trapdoors. So it's just like a teensy bit, lower than the hammer. So pretty much here it is. You'll see. And normally you won't be able to stack like this. However, you'll notice that this left shooter part is actually in the same guider as the scatter and the sand. So when this fires, because this is all aligned, the sand and the scatter are going to go straight across to the left. However, the hammer will be shot upwards. So what's going to happen is the hammer is going to go up here. This scatter and the sand will be shot over here. Normally that doesn't work because, you know, if you just use one constant explosion to shoot it to the left, it will not work. And pretty much the reason behind that is because this hammer goes way too high up and the scatter goes to the side, so it just won't work. So that's going to lead me on to my next point, which is about delays. See you there. Alright guys, so now let's get on to the ticks. And pretty much what the ticks are is there's 20 game ticks in a second. So, and you can check that on test servers by such TPS, and that's ticks per second. And you'll see that I'm running the maximum, which is really nice for test server. Servers will range around like big servers range around 17 to 19. That's what the server should be at. So yeah, I mean, you can kind of just work with your delays to get it to that, but here's kind of what's happening. So pretty much what we got here is for delays. Pretty much for the left shooter part, which is the main thing about left shooters that you guys don't understand if you're new to left shooting. You'll see here it's running from here. From here, it's going 2 ticks, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. So what this means is that there's going to be 4 TNT that shoot off pretty much at like a 1 tick before the rest of it. And let me kind of explain what that does. So let's say we got tick 2 and tick 3. Tick 2 is these 4 dispensers here. Tick 3 are all these. What's going to happen is tick 2 is going to activate. It's going to shoot the hammer upwards, you know, too high. But the thing is, because there's only 4 dispensers, it's not going to shoot it up way too high. It's going to shoot it up like, up here-ish, right? And then the second one's going to activate it. Then tick 3 is going to activate later. So as everything's dropping, except for the hammer, which is still going up from tick 2, it's going to activate again. And what that's going to do, even though that's the majority of TNT, it's far away from the hammer, so where it's actually not going to, it's not going to actually like shoot it up too much. So pretty much you're kind of like dividing the power that hits it, and that puts it perfectly in the correct position for the sand, which is directly across, to stack. Then when that happens, you can just hybrid. So and hybriding is literally just oh sorry, I shouldn't use literally there. Hybriding is just the same thing as stacking, except for when the hammer tries to stack, it's already sand covering it. So yeah, that blows up this. And yeah, that's pretty much how that part works. But there's one more part, and this is for this piston here. You know, you'd think that you can have any delays here, but actually what I've noticed is you need these exact delays that I have here, and that is, and but keep in mind this is only for torches. I usually use torches for my left shooters because it's more simple. But here we got 1, 2, so it's like that, 3. Alright, you see that, guys? So let me go over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, So it's 12 full repeaters and 2 ticks separately. And what that does is it's pretty much just 12 full and 2 separate. It'll actually put the hammer in at a perfect time. I mean the left shooter in a perfect time where it's going to be aligned properly. If this is wrong, what's going to happen is that your hammer is just going to get shot up, like up here, and it's not going to work. And that's what a lot of people might experience when they're trying to make a left shooter. Their hammer just goes straight up because they changed those. And those should always be on 12 and 2. Now, for scatter, again, simple. Same thing as with the normal cannon. And yeah, so that's about it for the cannon. I guess you also have these, which are on 4. I definitely recommend 4 on, what's it called, when you're stacking. But this can, go anywhere, that doesn't matter. But one more thing, these delays here, 2 and 3, these can never change. Because if these change, your left shooter will just not work. These are like, perfect ticks, and you can't really flex with those. You can flex with the hammer, just not with these left shooter ticks. So yeah, that's about that. And yeah, so now I'm going to move on to pretty much how you, use this in a raid. So I'll see you guys there. Alrighty guys, so we're back here now, and pretty much what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you guys how this can be used in a raid. So here we have a base. Pretend these walls go out for 100 walls. Yet, they only have like 1 pillar here, and you guys are probably familiar with these, because a lot of bases have them, but they don't understand what they do, or some people do, but what these do is they're like a wall for your wall. And let me show you what happens. What happens is when you raid, you can cannon like along this wall, and then using this as a backboard, you're able to left shoot into the base like that. So that's pretty much how left shooting works. So let me kind of show you how it would actually be used on a raid. So let's say these guys only have 1 pillar and 100 walls on each side. This is what you do. So you got here this is already set up to just cannon their walls, not to left shoot yet, but easy to switch. So here, let's just go here. Switch top, switch wand, and let me quickly set this to be sand. There we go. So now that we got that, let's just go ahead and fire here. Let's make sure we got sand. Okay, nice. So this will pretty much just and this is at Y180. So there we go, we one-shotted that, and this is a 180 left shooter. So now what we're going to do here is we're just going to do it again. And sorry about the spam going on. It's because the cannon's claimed with Warzone. So we don't have to like water all of it. I guess some parts are watered just for aesthetic looks. But, oh, I already did that. But it really has no purpose, the water. So now let's one-shot the next wall. And this is actually cannoning into their inward wall now. So, we'll go through this hole, cannon that. Yeah, lag. Because of lag, it didn't work. As you guys can clearly see there. You can see like that it didn't stack how it did before. So let's just try again. I mean, obviously, it does one shot. Probably like TPS dropped or something, I'm not sure, but whatever. Realistically on raids, this would happen though. That you won't actually one shot, like, it'll take like 2 shots. And I'm pretty sure it didn't stack at all, but yeah. There we go, that looks like it'll work. Yeah, nice. So let's say we're just gonna left shoot here. Let's just clear this out for this purpose of the video. Realistically you would just scatter. But here's what you do now. Now that you got this, you wanna switch to a left shooter. The way I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna put trapdoors. Then bam, boom. There we go. Almost done, but you gotta turn on the left shooter. And I might have to change delays on the hammer. Let's see if we got... What do we have here right now? And I actually got a genius way of wiring this. Look at this. I have the one-shot mech in the bottom. I don't know. That was pretty clever. But yeah, let's see. Where did we wire the hammer? Alright, that looks like everything's good. So now we just gotta enable this this left shooter part. And this is obviously a more advanced cannon than the cannon I was showing you guys this raid. And Yeah. And one more trick that people sometimes do is they would, when they hit here, they would reverse upwards, so water pours down and they can have a backboard. But since this cannon one-shots, water will actually pour in from the pillar, so it'll be okay. But yeah, we will have to stack backwards though, which is a problem. So here we go. Let's fire that off. There we go, and you guys probably didn't see that, but it did stack. Now we're in the base, easy. And what we'll do from here is we'll backstack just a single piece of sand. So I'll show you guys kinda. It takes a long time because you're shooting one piece of sand at a time, but I'll still show you guys kinda how that happens. So let's disable everything here. The reason I'm doing that is because that way you're gonna be able to get maximum, so you're actually able to left shoot. I'm just gonna do like 2 more shots from here because this video is gonna get pretty long. And then I'm just gonna left shoot again. Not that I need to, but there you go. So let's say we do that for a couple more minutes. Alright, boom, boom, boom. Alright. And you see that the water's here now, and that's because when we stacked the pillar, it got stacked here and the water flowed in. So there we go. Now we're gonna left shoot. So we just gotta put this back on. Sorry you guys can hear background noise. My brother's doing something in the background, but there we go. Set. We don't even need sand. I don't know why I'm doing that. There's no waterway after that, but we can just shoot a dry shot there. There we go. So enable hammer, and that's just gonna obliterate the wall behind it by left shooting. But yeah, and yeah. Boom, gone. So yeah guys, that's pretty much how left shooters work, and it appears that we destroyed our backboard somehow. Alright, might have been that, not sure why. Anyway, pretty much that's gone there. And to reverse the left shooter, all you have to do is you have to put a lot of delay on the hammer. You have to put a little bit more delay on the hammer, so you would go like boom, like that or something. Add about 3 ticks, and you want the scatter to activate first. And scatter for me is here. So you want the scatter to activate before the explosion, before the hammer, and I would generally only activate like 1 dispenser on the on the scatter on the hammer, because otherwise you would obliterate the spawners that you're reversing. But yeah, that's the cannon. Hopefully you guys found this video useful. If you did, make sure to leave a like, as it does help me out, and I can try and make more of these videos explaining different concepts. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace.